Public speaking is the art, diluting a 2-minute idea with a 2-hour vocab.
So today it occurred to me, let's talk about some maps that not everybody likes. So as you can see from the title, we're going to be talking about maps that people don't necessarily like in the Call of Duty games and why I kind of want them to come back in Black Ops 4 or whatever Treyarch are going to call it in 2018. So the kind of maps that I'm talking about are the maps that serve no purpose apart from major Easter eggs to the zombie lore, the maps that have no real developing game mechanics, and the maps that people generally don't like because they add either a sense of challenge to them or they just find them difficult just because of how they're laid out or like the way the map is. So the kind of maps that I'm talking about here are 5, Dead Ops Arcade, Call of the Dead, and Nuketown Zombies. These serve no real story purpose except for Call of the Dead, which has the Easter egg to get the golden rod back to Richtofen and the crew, but if you take that away from it, it generally has no relevance to the storyline whatsoever. And that's what I'm saying with this video. I kind of want to see these irrelevant kind of maps come back where you just play as cool characters or you're in cool places and you just get to unleash hell on zombies without having to worry about lore or keeping up with quotes or doing major Easter eggs. So before I get into it, I just want to reiterate that when I say irrelevant, I don't mean that they're worthless or they're a waste of time or they shouldn't have been made in the first place. All I mean is that they serve no real lore purpose and they're just there to have a good time on and get together with some friends and kill some zombies on like good old fashioned zombies. So the first and major reason why I want some of these maps to come back is honestly because they provide a little bit of a sense of connection to the universe which they're based in. So it's all very well and nice in my opinion having the solid plot line with all these infinite possibilities and these infinite universes, but when you're playing all these maps and travelling through this story as the same 4 people, although it's good, you tend to kind of lose the feeling of it being like a universal wide problem and epidemic that's happened. You know, you forget that these same things that are happening to the major 4 people that we've been following are also happening to everyday people. So like, for example, when you load up Mob of the Dead and you see Sarah Michelle Gellar killing all these zombies on a film set, it just further cements the idea that these zombie breakouts can and like have happened anywhere from like a medieval castle to a film set and even leaking its way into multiplayer maps. So not only this, but there are also opportunities for developers to hide smaller Easter eggs for even the most hardcore players to look for that provide links from these side storyline maps to the main lore that we all follow. So in Ascension you can actually find red phones if you didn't know that you can activate, and when you activate them you hear the people from 5 like JFK and that trying to phone you for help. And likewise, a lot of people have played Nuketown, but on Nuketown you can hear the live action of Moon happening while you're actually playing, and at round 25 the zombies' eyes turn blue as Richtofen assumes controls because those 2 maps are actually happening in sync. And it's these kind of small Easter eggs that make some of the maps actually enjoyable because you really actually get that sense that all the actions that you do in those maps are actually leading to somewhere outside of their own little bubble. Finally, these maps, they're just fun. Settings like the Pentagon or Nuketown, they don't always make for the best storyline, and understandably, but they sure as hell make for the best epic standoffs. With these smaller maps, some zombie players have taken places that they never thought they would go without the use of custom maps or anything like that, and they even got to play as some people that we never thought we'd ever see in zombies like Freddy Krueger or Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And hand in hand with this, the quotes that the characters can give on these maps are like incredible. Some of them, particularly JFK's, are hilarious. I love quoting them all the time. But some people don't like these maps solo, and I get why, because they are difficult and things like that, but when you play them co-op you really do start to see why they are made and why people enjoy them, because they just add a new sense of challenge to them. So what are your thoughts on irrelevant maps in air quotes? Do you think we should see some more? And if we do, what kind of places would you like to go and who would you like to see as playable characters? If you do have any thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Please consider subscribing, and other than that, I've been GeneralGerbil. Peace out.